tomorrow will be potentially a massive day for XRP. In this video, I need to talk about exactly what's taking location tomorrow, as well as a few vastly bullish bulletins we got earlier these days. Guys, Ripple is all cylinders pass inside the United States, and I need to reveal you simply how quickly they may be developing. I also need to cope with a few FUD. A lot of people are announcing right now that XRP is in big hazard. A lot of people are announcing right now that XRP is due to the fact FIT21 says no corporation can own more than 20% of a virtual asset in existence. Well, manifestly Ripple has the escrow. So we are going to talk approximately that at the cease of the video. So make certain to stick around for this whole thing. Like always, you assist approach so much to this channel. Thank you to all people who takes the time to love those movies and join the channel. These two easy things absolutely do help me out a lot. Also, if you have any correct vicinity to buy a few XRP, make certain to check out my favorite change up hold down inside the description of this video. With that said, that became from bright into, and I hope you guys revel in the content material. Because I need to start off this video with just a couple large announcements that kind of flew beneath the radar, to be sincere. However, it is without a doubt bullish for Ripple transferring ahead. The first one of those is Ripple just were given every other large licenses inside the United States, which now means they've over 50 total. Now, this is surely important due to the fact Ripple is one of the simplest organizations doing this right now. And it is so funny due to the fact humans completely flip a blind eye to it. If you'll be moving money inside the United States, you want a cash transmitter license. And almost no different enterprise is focusing on getting those licenses. So that is one of these matters that I always come return to once I say Ripple is beforehand of the curve with XRP. XRP cannot get these licenses properly. They need a business enterprise like Ripple to get them in the room, pay the compliance expenses, document the paperwork, and show that they're a responsible actor in the ecosystem. This is something that plenty of extraordinary agencies in this area are going to have a completely hard time doing, because they have got in no way approximately compliant. Their entire factor became, oh, we do not care about governments, we don't care about establishments, we'll do something we want, it's the blockchain, they'll simply ought to get used to it. Ripple has continually taken a distinctive method, and to be sincere, the right approach. You want to think with compliance first, and Ripple is hugely beforehand of the game with getting these licenses in order to function their enterprise within the United States in a manner in which maximum people virtually haven't been targeted. This is a big, huge win, and we simply keep to look Ripple stacking up license after license. And with regards to merchandise being utilized by institutions, there really are not a variety of alternatives obtainable that are even near what Ripple is already doing. It offers Ripple a massive regulatory head begin, not like we saw with Ethereum, in which they were given a head start against what became fair for the marketplace. However, rather they were given a head begin by truly doing matters the right way. I assume this is going to be definitely big for Ripple shifting forward. It's just something human beings do not be aware of, as it's uninteresting. But when it comes right down to any group going to adopt those protocols, these are matters they just need to have in location. So Ripple getting ahead of the sport, imparting these institutions compliant methods as a way to interact with the underlying protocol, this is going to be the holy grail of institutional adoption. And that is why we hear Ripple added so much up with the current management. They look at Ripple, they look at XRP, and they see a company in a virtual asset who is doing matters right from the start. This is so critical going into institutional adoption. All of those narratives around compliance not mattering, all of those narratives about, oh, nicely, we're going to just do whatever we want and people will come. Guys, it is going to go away fast. Now, any other piece of FUD we've had arising, lots is that human beings are not using XRP. But guys, this is one of the funniest narratives that just is constantly going around, but it is this sort of funny story. Take a study this. I simply desired to give you guys a quick replace here. It looks like closing 12 months, Ripple's price enterprise doubled. So what we're seeing is all these Bitcoin maxis are strolling around saying, the usage of XRP, no person's using Ripple's merchandise. But Ripple is now quite lots exclusively transferring cash through cryptocurrency networks, and their charge volume doubled. So this is simply any other splendid instance, despite the Ripple SEC case, in spite of the regulatory headwinds. Ripple changed into literally capable of double their enterprise. And guys, I assume this number is best going to keep accelerating. I think Ripple is going to get a variety of momentum after they get such things as an XRP strategic reserve, once they get such things as an XRP ETF, after they get such things as a Ripple IPO underway, probably thinking, what do those have to do with institutions adopting it? All of these things provide legitimacy to XRP as an asset. All of this stuff make large institutions say, hi there, what goes on over here? This company just IPO'd at a pair 100 billion greenbacks. We have been working inside the economic markets for the remaining 5 years or the ultimate 50 years, and we simplest have a marketplace cap of, I do not know, 12 billion. So those are the sorts of matters that are going to turn heads, and establishments are going to say, wait a minute, they just moved how plenty cash, how fast. If we do not start running with those humans, we are going to be left within the dust. For a totally long time, it become easy to write down off this enterprise, say nicely the regulators are not approving it and we cannot step in. Guys, that excuse goes to move away. And the simple element that those institutions are going to need to make a desire about is whether or now not they adopt the innovation or they get left within the dirt. In my opinion, most of them might be compelled to undertake the innovation, and they're going to be forced with running with folks who are regulatory compliant like Ripple. Ripple's enterprise is growing exponentially due to the fact that the folks that already understand this, understand the product is amazing. If their product wasn't exact, if XRP wasn't running, their enterprise could now not be growing like this. It's easy records, it's an aspect that Bitcoin maxes cannot see. If all of this become just a facade, Ripple's commercial enterprise wouldn't be growing exponentially. Ripple would not be doing huge volumes with XRP, but they just definitely like to disregard this because it defeats their underlying FUD. XRP is one of the few virtual property being utilized in a manner that offers actual international software to the modern system. And Ripple is one of the only virtual asset agencies going to these traditional economic institutions and pronouncing, howdy, that is how you operate within the virtual international properly and compliantly. These are matters which might be going to be wanted for them to step in. And what we're seeing based off the truth that Brad Garlinghouse has already stated, that year combined, we are considering that these establishments are eventually starting to see the massive image. Now I need to speak about some other piece of FUD, actual short, before we get into what's taking Vicinity the next day and a number of my predictions around that. And that subsequent piece of FUD we've got seen is that basically XRP isn't always going to be taken into consideration a decentralized machine due to the fact basically Ripple owns greater than 20% of the deliverer. So this is some thing, there may be been a variety of FUD, approximately these days. So yeah, essentially it's going to this quote proper here. Under FIT 21, no virtual asset provider or affiliated character could have extra than 20% of the whole amount of gadgets issued for the virtual asset. So all and sundry noticed this. They were freaking out, pronouncing, oh, the XRP ledger is now not decentralized. Let me just say proper, now, funny component about its FAR, it doesn't count number. The XRP ledger is still decentralized. Proper. Ripple's holdings of XRP do now not impact the underlying consensus protocol. You need to recognize greater about that. Make sure to watch the video I did last night. Very vital on this subject matter. But Ripple's holdings do not affect whether or not it's decentralized. Regardless, some flash presser wrote an invoice and said you cannot maintain greater than 20%. And now humans are freaking out. Ripple's not decentralized, XRP's not decentralized. Guys, simply test what the Bitcoin maxis do.